And hello, I'm Kate Recordon, and this is Saturday Night Live. Welcome along. Thanks so much for your company. I'm very excited about my special guests this hour. I'm going to introduce them straight away because I'm so excited. It's Sue and Mark Heppell from inChoir, and welcome along to the show, first of all.
Thank you.
Now, it's good to have you here. Tell me a little bit about how the choir got started, because you have choirs all over Surrey and Sussex, don't you?
We do. We have 10 choirs at the moment, and we have plans for another 2 or 3 later on this year. And it got started really because my husband, he's always been into music all his life. He's been in bands. He's worked on shows as musical directors where he's taught people songs and obviously what they have to sing. And he said, wouldn't it be lovely if we could start our own group or start something where we could include absolutely anybody, everybody, anyone who wants to come and sing could come and sing with us. They don't have to audition. They don't have to be amazing singers. They just want to come and sing. So that's what we did. So I said, well, if you want to do that, let's do it then. So we did. So we booked a venue at a time, didn't we? And were absolutely terrified that no one was going to turn up, really.
That's the anxiety, of course.
But what we didn't realise was that loads of people turned up because it was actually Pancake Day. It was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And the centre where we launched our first choir, which was in East Grinstead, the Jubilee Community Centre, it was Pancake Day. And, of course, everybody came for pancakes. So everybody kept coming through the door and went, oh, my gosh, this is amazing. There's all these people. They've come to our choir. But, of course, they weren't. They were there for pancakes, unfortunately. But we did have 13 people, didn't we
did.
on that night, and we did have a blast.
We did have a blast, yeah.
And so, Mark, you will work with people who, because you're obviously the musical director, it's up to you whether people are, I guess, good enough, but that's not how you work, is it? People can come even if they think they can't sing a note.
Yes, that's absolutely true. No audition, no need to read music, no need to sing solo if you don't want to, so irrespective of age or size or ethnicity, or even we'll even have Arsenal fans, you know. We'll have absolutely anybody, and everybody welcome. And you know, people typically when they call, and Sue takes lots of the calls, they'll say interested in coming to the choir, but I can't sing. I mean, they all say that.
Oh, that's very, very common.
How funny.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
No, absolutely not. No.
Now, obviously, we couldn't fit the whole of inChoir in here, but we're going to do it via the magic of radio and a CD. So settle into your front row seats. This is a performance by inChoir, and they're singing Upside Down.
Angels watching over me with stars upon their face, 'cause I have made it through this far in an unforgiving place. It feels sometimes this is too steep for a girl like me to climb, but I must knock those thoughts right down
Fantastic. That was like having the whole of inChoir right here in the studio, courtesy of Sue and Mark Heppell from inChoir. That was their song, Upside Down. Now, I want to talk about that track Upside Down because obviously I heard there were a lot of men, and I know historically it can be tough to get the fellas along and in the choir. So how do you do it?
That's true. We are getting more and more men. To begin with, it was more women. I think we had a couple of men that came along, but gradually more and more men have joined us. So we try to find songs, and Mark tries to make the arrangement so that we can include the men. They have good parts as well, and they feel that they can really contribute. And we felt this was a good song to do because we quite like the answering back, that the women sing their bit and the men sing their bit, and it was a really upbeat, bouncy song.
And that was also quite a big money raiser for you both. Tell me a bit about that, Mark.
Well, we, from memory, there were 160 of us that met in the Ark in Turners Hill to make the recording. We recorded 4 tracks altogether, and we sold the CDs for £5 and raised, getting on for £2,000 for the British Heart Foundation.
Wow,
which was terrific. Actually, it was absolutely terrific. And of course, the thing is, if you're on the CD, you persuade all your friends and family to buy a copy. We had one lady, yes, Liz, I'm talking about you, who bought 10 copies.
Yeah.
She said, my nieces and nephews are all going to get a copy, whether they want one or not.
Nice one, Liz. That's the way to do
that's
it.
Right.
But also, this isn't the first time you've done good things, because I understand you were on The One show not too long ago.
We were indeed, yes. You took the call, Mark, didn't you?
I did take the call from the producers of The One show on a Wednesday afternoon. Could we sing for Alex Jones, who was going off to climb a mountain in Utah for sport relief.
Yeah.
And could we sing Climb Every Mountain? Could we do a flash mob at Gatwick Airport, Climb Every Mountain? And I said, yes, I guess we can. And then they confirmed it on the Thursday. But actually they said, could we sing Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
These TV people, honestly.
People, I tell you.
So all changed, yes.
All changed.
But you managed.
We did. We turned up, and we it wasn't much of a flash mob in the sense that we tried it 20 times before she arrived.
Oh, no.
So the whole of Gatwick had heard it many times.
They had, yes. They were totally bemused, I think, weren't they? The passengers.
Oh, how nice! What a treat!
Well, it was great fun, and Alex Jones, bless her, she was on the phone on the radio to Chris Evans at the time when we burst in her face, and
well, you just pounced on her, really, didn't
pretty
you?
much.
Yeah, I bet she was thrilled though. That must have really given her a good send off. That's probably why she completed the challenge.
That must be the reason.
I think so. I mean, she was absolutely lovely. She really was.
She was delightful,
and I think seemed to appreciate us being there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What we haven't established yet exactly is where the choirs take place, because you're all over Surrey and Sussex, and now even Kent, I understand.
Even Kent,
everywhere.
the dark side. Yes.
Yes, we have choirs in East Grinstead, Haywards Heath, Crawley, Burgess Hill, Oxted, Crowborough, Uckfield, which is our newest, and we have plans for Red Hill coming very shortly, and Dorking.
So what was it that made you think, right, we're not just doing one choir, we're going to really energise people across the counties?
Well, because we had a lot of people coming from different parts of the county to East Grinstead, where we started, and they were making the trip every week, and more were coming, and we felt that there was enough people now to probably bring the choir nearer, closer to them, rather than them having to keep travelling over to us. So then we went to Haywards Heath. We had a lot of people coming from Haywards Heath area, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so we made the decision that we would start one in Haywards Heath
And
for them.
what sort of music do you actually do? Because it's not classical, is it, that you specialise in? You
No.
will do all sorts of stuff that's pretty upbeat on the whole.
I tend to think of it as anything from Frank Sinatra to Lady Gaga.
Wow.
And anything in between.
Really?
And in fact, Sue has a list that we prepared earlier of about 4,000 songs there that we've done over the last.
That's
I'm
amazing.
exaggerating, but
We tried to make it as varied as we possibly can. So
Right.
we try to mix some modern with some jazz, with some musicals. So everything. So there's something there for everybody.
Yeah. Anything goes, as they say.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
do you want to join a choir?